Welcome back to the Pro Sports Podcasters on YouTube. My name is Cobe. Most of you know me as Kobe from the podcast. And what I'm going to do today is take a look at how they've changed things week 5 for the NFL All-Day Challenge Playbook. And we talked about how the community just lost it. In week 4, there was a lot of people complaining about how those particular challenges progressed, the way NFL All Day sort of selectively chose who was required for the final challenge, the fact that they basically gave you outs, these wild cards, to get around having to buy the actual rares required, which pissed off a number of the whales and people who've got a lot of rares in their collection. So they acted immediately. And they've changed things up. And they've done a couple of things, not only to appease the complainers from last week, but they've also listened to, hopefully myself and others like me, who have stressed you need to get more new accounts, right? You need to invite more people to this platform and find a way to get them interested in it from the very beginning. And they've done that. And I'll begin with that. And the most important thing they've done with this week, in my opinion, is they've offered the first pack outside of the premium cost. So you do not have to burn, in this case, 5 moments in order to qualify for that first pack. You just need to reach it in yards. And it's not really a difficult pack to reach. Anybody who's at all serious about getting involved with NFL All Day, even if you have a new account, has a very good opportunity of hitting that first pack. It's only at 30 yards, and you could basically get 15 yards for free in that all you got to do is sign in each day that there's games being played this particular week. If you do it for each day, you're going to get the bonus for having done so. That's going to give you 10 points. And then you get 5 points for purchasing a moment. You're halfway there. If you complete one of the basic challenges, you're there. But you don't even have to do that. You just need to predict a couple of games right? They've got a number of games on this pick the winner system they've got going, where generally you're going to get 5 points for each game you pick, although you do get 10 for the one game. I believe that's the one game that requires you to have a moment from either team. You can just go ahead and purchase one. That can, you can basically kill 2 birds with one stone by purchasing a moment from that particular game on the team you pick. And that gives you your purchase a moment bonus, plus it gives you their selection for that particular game. Any combination of this stuff, and you're going to hit that first pack. You get it free. You don't have to burn anything. You go beyond that and you want to, benefit more. Okay, then you're going to have to start burning, but not everybody has the moments to burn, and that's fine. This gives them an opportunity to slowly build their collections to a point where they can consider burning later on. Right? So, fantastic. Solid move. We actually talk about a move similar to that, but really focused on the whales or the people who've been here from the very beginning and have built pretty serious collections. We talk about that in one of the upcoming episodes on the Pro Sports Podcasters podcast. I have a discussion with 3 other NFL All-Day collectors who are concerned about the value of rares dropping and what can be done in order to sort of cause a bounce back in the market for those particular moments. And we have an idea that would work fantastically, and it would really require almost no additional work on NFL All Day's part. They could basically factor it, just slide it right into the Playbook system, but you'll have to listen to the episode for that. Won't be launching on Tuesday. I'll probably launch it Thursday before the Thursday night game next week. So look forward to that. If you haven't checked out our podcast yet, we're on every single podcast platform practically. Just search Pro Sports Podcasters. You're going to find us. And we cover every single sport, not just NFTs, not just NFL. We cover everything, but we've been adding a little more of the NFL All Day stuff lately. Now, the next thing they've done is they've come up with a challenge, specifically the Sunday Slate challenge, that could factor in a lot of rares. A lot. Right? This 50-yard big play challenge, basically. Any play over 50 yards qualifies, whether that be a 50-yard run, a 50-yard catch, a 50-yard pass, all qualifies. So, this could really bring in a lot of potential rares to win that actual challenge. Now, it's a fluky thing, right? They're not going ahead and just setting it up so that rares will be there, but they've given you a very high percentage chance that it will involve rares because some of the best players still only have rares on the marketplace. And to also appease the community, they've announced all the challenges previous to the Sunday's games. All of them. Now, instead of sort of hand-picking what comes up next, they're just giving us all the challenges ahead of time, including the end-of-week challenge. So you've got far more time to look over the marketplace, see what's available, study the challenge, talk about it with your friends on Discord. And if you haven't joined our Discord, I'll put a link in the description so you can, because we've got a great community of NFL all-day fans that are on that Discord. We discuss stuff every single day. But this gives you that opportunity. This isn't a knee-jerk reaction type thing where Sunday at noon, they tell you what's going to happen and everybody rushes to try and figure out, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And before you know it, the games have started and it's too late. This way, you've got time. You can plan out a strategy. You can look at all the different challenges and see where your best opportunities are of finishing them. And that way, if you look at, say, the Sunday Slate challenge and think, oh, that could be too difficult for me. That could be a tough one. You then have to figure out what other yardage points can I attain to get as high as I can on the playbook. And maybe that causes you to go ahead, like I did, and purchase a moment for the Monday night game, which I did. Right? I looked at what I had. I thought, I have a good chance of getting the Sunday slate, but not a great one. I've got a great chance at getting the Monday night challenge, although there was a potential breaker for me. So I thought, you know what? They've only got a rare and I'll get it now. So I went and purchased it. It was Devin DuVernay. I think he's got a very good chance of being a key component to that actual challenge. So I went and added him to my collection. Now, that is not something I may have done if they waited till Monday to let me know what the challenges were, because by that time, you may have already decided you're out, right? You could be out by then. You're looking at it going, oh, I didn't get the Sunday slate and I didn't get the Sunday night, so what's the point? I'm not even going to bother. Forget Monday. This way, you can decide from the very beginning, am I in or am I out? You could choose to wait. There's a gamble there, because if you decide to wait, now suddenly, you need a Devin DuVernay that you didn't have. You're going to pay a premium. So why not get him now? So that's exactly what I did. So I like what they've done with week 5. I really do. It's a huge step in the right direction. Something that they've always done on NFL days. They've reacted quickly, which I love. They do something. There's pushback from the community. You don't have to wait 3 months to see something change. It's almost immediate. They react, they make adjustments, and they give us something else to look forward to. And the last thing I want to go over is this crafting challenge. Now, first of all, I'm glad they brought in crafting, right? Every time you add something to this platform, bonus. So I'm glad they brought that in. I'm a little disappointed that they chose CeeDee Lamb. Doesn't make sense to me. He's too important a player to begin with. His moments that they're asking you to burn are very important moments. You've got a rare that's part of a set, and then you've got a common, which is the debut. So burning them is costly. Didn't like that. Not to mention, it's not like CeeDee Lamb isn't a factor, or at least a potential factor every single week. You kind of want to have him. What they should have done is encourage us to burn moments from players who have a ridiculous number of commons on the marketplace. So I was suggesting they should have burnt either Devin Singletary or Matt Stafford. These are 2 players with 3 commons. They have 3 different versions of common on the marketplace. That's a ton of them. A ton. And probably the only one that you really care about is the debut moment. And then with Matt Stafford, in Matt Stafford's case, you've also got his rare, and he's got a legendary. Like, there's 5 different moments. It's crazy. So why not pick Matt Stafford, have us burn moments from those commons, because there's just so many. That way, when Stafford does factor into a challenge later, there's less commons for people to have. Like, it becomes an actual important moment to keep now versus who cares? Everybody's got a Stafford. That's what they should have done. But I'm still glad they added crafting to the platform. What do you think of everything they've done so far in week 5? What would you like to see them do beyond what they've done? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear some feedback here. I want to know what you guys are actually looking forward to, and definitely tune in to that next podcast because we really discuss a lot of interesting things when it comes to fixing NFL all day for everyone. Until next time.